Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is makeup that I bought because of YouTube, and I started preparing this video by putting it on my table. Now my table is so full that I have to just stop and wing it because I can't fit any more. So if you're interested in seeing all the makeup I got because of YouTube, which just shows, then just keep watching. So the first thing I think are primers for me, and I bought this Smashbox Photo Finish Smooth and Blur primer because of YouTube. I think it's just Steph was the first person I saw it using. I'm not sure, but I think it was her. And this is 1 fluid ounce or 30 mils. This is a smoothing primer. I think it was Steph. This is clear. It was a load of people that are using it. It's clear and it's pore filling, and it reminds me of the Benefit Professional. It's very silicone-y. If you don't like that, you're not going to like it. It says it's lightweight. I like this. I really do, for filling your pores, but it is expensive. I used this last year so much, and for some reason I used hardly any. Now I don't cover my whole face in it. I cover like my nose, just my pore-ish area. But I bought this because of YouTube, and this was a good one. But like, this is one I don't regret buying, so I'm happy about that. This is another really expensive piece of bloody almightiness. It's glass, and this is a recent enough purchase for me, and I bought this. I think it was Kyla Fish, and then it's just Steph, and it was just everyone and their mother, and that's where I was just seeing it a lot. If I see things a lot, particularly in Project Pans, because then I'm committed monthly, if they're doing monthly updates to that product, I'm actually more sucked in again. Project Pan is like the opposite thing that should be making you sucked in, but it makes me sucked in. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops. Cost a fortune. Smells like watermelon, and I really like it. I don't have the Glossier. I don't own anything from Glossier, but I really like this. This is glowy and kind of pore filling, and I think it'd be nice on your face with no makeup at all. It's brightening is what it is, and it's so beautiful. It's so feckin' expensive. It's just unbelievable. Kind of looks a little bit like a light bulb now that I see it like that. But I bought it because of them and their beautiful aesthetic thumbnails, and actually Instagram as well. And I don't regret this either. So thank God we have a 2 for 2. This one, I blame Becca itself, but I have seen Kelly Gooch Project Pan this. I've seen pretty much every one have this, and then I was like, well, I want to try this. I got a gift of a sample from Ashley, thank you so much, and I fell absolutely head over heels in love with it. And then I bought this because Beckett was closing down, but all of this was pretty much because of YouTube, because I kept going on about it as well. Thank you so much, Ashley. Little Miss Lipstick. I didn't realize how much It's Just Steph influences my purchasing decisions until I put this out. But I find that Steph is like the primer queen and foundation queen because she has so many. And she did a foundation video last year, which I heavily relied upon. But she also did a primer video or something to do with primers. I think it was, and I was flagging. She kept going on about the 3 of these, and I could only find 2 of them that sold in Europe. And I love these. I'm so glad I actually followed her recommendation. So this one is this Coconut Smoothies Coconut Skin Smoothie Primer Priming Moisturizer. Why? This one here, like in my brain when I was hearing everyone talk about this, I thought it was going to be like white in moisturizer and viscosity and color and texture. It's actually quite glowy. It's beautiful. I really like this, and I'm really happy about it. I was just, yeah, it's the glowy one here, and this one. These are both beautiful. I use these as like it's not often that I use something I'm like, you know, sometimes you think you're like, oh yeah, that's grand, yeah, grand job. And then sometimes you use things you're like, oh, I was using this, and I'm like, very good. So far I'm happy with everything I purchased because of other people. On to concealers. This one I think is an absolute understanding one, like where pretty much everything I own currently. Is there anything else I own here? So I suppose just because of YouTube in general, I definitely bought the Born This Way because Too Faced is not accessible. I regret that. That's a pile of crap. This Elf Flawless Concealer, I bought this because I think, was it Kelly Gooch I was seeing talking about this, and then I was like, okay, yeah, thank you, mine. This NARS Radiant Creamy is a regret for me. Mine is in the shade Chantilly, light 1, and it's overpriced and doesn't do anything particularly good for that price to me. And this, I can't even put a specific YouTuber. This was everyone and their mother. I think even this was this Jessica Braun, was it? Oh, I don't know, I think it was. And then the Tarte Shape Tape was Everyone and Their Mother. And this is too much for me. This was back when I was watching other YouTubers that like sell rather than use. Then I believe this one I mainly saw you. Oh my god, Soph. You know, like it's just Soph or Soph's Nails. So that's, I bought this because of her, I think mainly, and then I saw a load of people project panning it, and then as soon as I see it in a project, I want it. The worst thing, C1 is a bit too light for me. It is a more fuller coverage one, but I do like it, and I probably will get it in C2 the next time. Then for foundations, well, surprisingly, only a few of them are because of other people. The rest are my own. This, I think we all know, like I would have never even heard of this if it wasn't for YouTube. I finished one of these before. I finished the Cosmetics CC Cream in the shade Light. This is a medium to full coverage, like not matte and thick, but like a bit liquidy and just cream-like, gel-like. It's quite nice. I really like it. This one is in the shade Fairlight. It's not quite the right shade for me, but I bought this because of bloody loads of YouTubers. Loads. And there is a fragrance to this, just so you know, if you're someone who gets a migraine. There is a smell of her, but I don't regret this. I finished it before and now I'm after buying it again, but I did wait a considerable amount of time before buying it. And then I bought these two. So this one is because of Sarah Rose and this one is because of Rebecca Morgan. So Urban Decay Hydromaniac Glow Tinted Glow Hydrator. The first thing is, this is such a shallow thing to say, but is it shallow? I don't know. I know. The packaging drew me in. This is in the shade 10 Ultra Fair. It's just too light for me. There is 35 mils in it, or 1.1 fluid ounces. It's just too light for me. It's just too light. It's actually quite thick as well. I hate wasting things here, but I bought this because of Sarah Rose, and I bought it in the wrong ass shade. So it's literally next to impossible for me to tell how good that formula is because I have to mix it. And I mean, 90% of a darker foundation and only 10% of that because it's that light. This, the one because of Rebecca Morgan, the Oma Beauty. This, I bought this in the shade White Pearl T1C. One, because I buy the palest shade and everything. Two, because I think it's on their website. You stand in front of a mirror, in front of a lit window or whatever it is outside with no makeup on, and it color matches you. And I think that's the truth. And I was color matched to this, or was this Laura Mercier? But either way, I bought the wrong shade of it. This is really runny, but it's just so fair. It's so fair, so I can't tell. So these two I kind of regret now because I'm only using them to use them up. And I hate when I do that, but this is just because I bought the wrong shade, which is a pain in the absolute neck. Then we move on to like cream. This one here, this is the Fenty Cream Bronzer. So this is a contour shade, so this is in 01 Amber. I really like this. This is from Fenty, as I said, and this is the Cheeks Out one. These are really good. I really like these. These are giving me a lot of joy. I would like to have the bronzer shade as well, but anyway, I don't need that right now, so I don't. Then for blushes, this was insane. This is, like, I watch a lot of other YouTubers, so I don't know why that's here, but this one here, but for the first person I think that kept getting me into it was Kyla. This is the Kosas Duo Entropic Equinox. This is beautiful, guys. I actually love this. Now, I've seen everyone and their mother use this. It's just, I think that's who was project panning it first that was really getting me into it, and I was seeing it on Instagram as well. Look at how juicy that smushy, disgusting looking pan is. There's nothing more satisfying to me than a big used pan. It's very putty-ish though. The pan is a lot smaller in person. It's not as irritating as the Hourglass pans in person, but it is smaller than what you think in your head. I've adjusted to it now that I understand it, but it's perfect. This is kind of sticky though. Well, it is, it's quite sticky, so you just have to be careful. But I'm so glad that out of all of the shades, I chose this particular shade. I love this. I'm so happy I bought this. This one gives me so much joy. This, I think it's Mariella, who got me onto this. Look how many I got. I got 4 of them. This is, I think I bought this with a voucher as well from Boots. This is the no it's not. It's the Fenty Cheeks Out Cream Blushes. They are a smaller packaging, but I use them with a sponge. I have 01 Fuego Flush. I wanted to get something different. I wondered, would this suit me on my skin tone? It actually does. Well, I'm happy with it. This is Fuego Flush, and it actually suits. I thought I'd look I was thinking I might look a bit jaundiced, but no, perfect. It's all good. I'm happy with it. Beautiful. Nice formula, really easy to use. I find it really easy to blend. This is in 07 Drama Class. There's like 7 grams in each of these as well, so it's going to take you a while to use it, even though it's expensive. This is this one here. This is another one that I really like. God, it looks barely used, but I've used it an awful lot. I always rotate them into my project pans, or Shop My Stashes. This is, I love this one. This is Cool Berry. This is lovely. Oh, these are so happy. I was so happy. These are so lovely. I'm so happy I bought them. Look how juicy these shades are. It's like a plummy brown color. And then my favorite one is Rose Latte or Rosé Latte. It's so beautiful. Look at this. Look. This is so I just love a bronzy blush. Like, they're not as pigmented as the pan on your face, but this could be because I like dab it very, very gently, and it's just so nice. Like, before I would wear a cream blush or a cream highlighter and then I'd put a powder on top of it, but now I seem to want to just wear the cream one on its own and let it shine. So I bought all of them because of someone else, like literally all of them. Anything else? And I don't regret any of those. This I regret. I bought this because of everyone. These, I bought 2 of these. These are the Stila Glitter and Glows. These are quite expensive to pay full price. This is in the shade Vivid Smoky Quartz. I do have another one. It's just that they're going to dry out, you know. I'm not going to use these. And I saw, was it Kat from Kat and Haley? Or no, it was Haley from Kat and Haley on the Beauty News panning these, or was it in her use it or lose it? And then I saw in loads of Project 5 uses, Project 10 uses. I think I saw, was it Sarah Rose pan one? Laura from Laura Beauty Force, she panned one. And then I think Haley, who's her soul sister, did she make, yeah, was it her who made, or was it Laura, made it into like a super shock pan and made this into something else that was so cool? Or was it Laura? My God, I'm losing the will. I don't know why my memory is so bad today. Can't even remember the whole month of May, which is questionable. But anyway, I was seeing so many people use this then that I was like, oh, I really want it. But like, it's so beautiful, but I shouldn't have bought them. But I needed to know, you know, I just needed. I bought 2, at least I didn't buy 10, but I shouldn't have done it, is the thing. Then this glitter primer. I know, I was like, do I put this in? This is the NYX glitter primer, and I actually only bought this, was it 2020 or is it 2019? I think it was 2020, to use at my Melt Cosmetics palette. Why didn't I just buy this sooner? This is so good. This is better than it. What is in this that makes it better than a regular primer at sticking crap to your eye? You definitely could only use it like literally wherever you need it, because it's so, I'm surprised with my hooded eye that my eye doesn't just stick to the lid, you know, it's that sticky. But this, who was panning this? Like, I had seen it all over the internet, but again, as soon as it goes into a project pan, it's the consistency of seeing someone use it. Who was panning it? Was it Sarah Rose? No, it wasn't. Was it Rebecca Morgan? I don't know. God, who was it, guys? If it was you, let me know. Was it Alex? No. Who was it? I don't know, but I bought it, and then you guys are recommending it to me with the Melt palette. Maybe it was Rebecca. I don't know. But anyway, I'm glad I bought that, but I did buy that because of other people. Anything else from this drawer before I move on to the next one? Because like, we're going to be here for the day. Lip products. What surprised me about lip products is, well, not as much. Okay, well, there's this. Okay, there's this. This is the ColourPop Lippy Sticks box of 48. I have actually decluttered some. In my Shop My Stashes, I'm going through row by row to declutter any that I think I won't use. But then I have other ones belonging to me that I've just used this box as the holder. So here we are here, and these are really nice. I don't regret this at all. It doesn't take up that much space, and they're all getting used. So they're not just sitting here, which I'm really happy about. Loving it. But I bought that because of, was it Andrea Mattiano? I think she did a declutter. I think she did a declutter, and she was going through all her lippy sticks in it, and I was like, I want this shade, I want that shade, and I was writing down the shades, and well, then they sold the box, and the box was cheaper. Anyway, I bought it. I'm happy with it. I bought this because of Andrea Mattiano. This came in her little kit that she had with ColourPop, and this, I wouldn't have bought this otherwise. I don't buy lip balms. I just go to the shop and get an old lip balm. I don't care. This is the ColourPop Just a Tint. I know that Tash says hers have a smell, but I don't. I have a really bad sense of smell, as you know. Can't really smell anything off it. I know if I go right up in there, there's like a fruity. Is there? But that is just, I know now that I need to look for something. This one is in the shade Lip Crayon. This one is in the, what the hell is the shade name? Oh, the shade name is The Strand. This is actually kind of nice. I don't think it does anything for like hydrating, but I think it looks nice and natural. This is literally one of the only things I will wear without a lip liner. I like it. I bought it because of Andrea Mitiano. I have been following her for a long time. I wanted to support her when she came out with her little kit, and I'm happy I have it. Actually, I got the eyeliner and stuff because of her as well, but sure, look, I missed that section. You snooze, you lose. There are the, and then the final lip products I bought because of other people, and actually the rest are my own doing. Look at me for having my own thoughts. The Fenty Gloss Bombs. I blame every single one of you who project panned this on Instagram and YouTube, because I wouldn't have known about it otherwise. Like, it's not very accessible stuff most of the time over here. So I went and I got the 3 of them. I have one here that I'm using out on my desk currently. I have Fussy, Diamond Milk and Fenty Glow, and I really like these. These are they 19 euros? I think they're 19 euros. They smell like food, just so you know. I think cherries is what we've agreed upon. I'm in the US, I know that they have other extra food that we don't have here, and there's a specific thing apparently that it smells like, did you say Coke? Not Coke, we have Coke. Orange, red Coke. What do you call it over there? You have a beverage that's like Coke, but it's cherry. Is that what you said? I can't remember. But anyway, I like these. I'm really happy with them. Would I go and buy more? No, couldn't be bothered. It's just not, it's not crazy out there cool. It's just a lip gloss. It's not particularly sticky. It's fine. Would you believe I thought Diamond Milk would be my favorite one, but it's not, because it does, I thought it was translucent, but it does give off that white color onto your lip. So I didn't want that, but I like all of them and I'm happy with all of them. We have more products for up here that I forgot. This was because of a load of people, but I think Morgan Turner and Kyla Fish. Is her surname Fish or is it just her channel name? I don't know, but this is the Patrick Ta. Oh, she different, and she's so LA. And I think Rebecca Morgan as well. Like, my memory is really bad today. I don't know what's wrong. Anyway, these are the blush duos. And this one is here. Look at that, the cream and powder. Beautiful, very bougie. Very, very bougie. I think I got mine on Cult Beauty. The packaging, when you put it in your hand, you're like, I expected this to be metal. Maybe it is metal, but like, is there such a thing as a hybrid between plastic and metal? Because that's what it feels like. Or is maybe, I don't know. It is heavy, but I was expecting like, I don't know, I was expecting more. And then this one here is She's So LA. And I bought this to be a bronzer. Now they have bronzer duos, but when I bought this, they didn't. And this works perfectly fine as a bronzer. I actually use it quite a lot. So on my skin tone, it works as a bronzer. And I will continue to use it as a cream bronzer and powder bronzer. And that's another one I'm happy with that I got because of other people. You know, like, should I have done that? Yes, because I'm happy I did it. Blushes. Do you remember when this went absolutely feckin' crazy? Crazy. These are the Jouer blushes. And I think, is it Mariella who got me on this one? Who just sold it to me and I was like, I'm buying it. I think it was Mariella. Was it Mariella? Mariella, was this you? I can't remember. This is the Adore one. Look how beautiful these are. I really like these. There's actually kick up with these, by the way. I wasn't expecting that. There's Adore, the duo. Beautiful. They're not glowy. I thought that's one side to be satin. I just don't know why I thought one side to be satin. They're not. So I always pair something kind of with a shine over it. This one here is the only one that came in a mini, and this is rose gold. Beautiful, by the way. It's perfect. Your blush brush will fit in here. Any blush brush I've seen fits in here. So beautiful. I love this. This side is glowy though. This is a glowy side. I love this a lot. I'm happy I bought that. And then this one here is in Tease Me. Oh, I have another one, don't I? I'm using one currently. Yeah, this one's in Tease Me. Kick Up. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Again, they're matte though. That one is matte. And then I have another one here on my desk. And this one is the Flirt one. Look at that. Look, I keep reaching for this shade though. Like, I keep reaching for this shade. Even though I usually go this one, and I mix, but I keep reaching for that side. So beautiful. Really happy about that. Love it. So I bought Like there's more blushes that I bought that are years old that are not really that relevant, but I bought these 3 because of Kathleen Lights, and she had a 20% discount with Colourpop, and she came out with this collection here. I regret not getting the compact. I've searched for a compact on their website the last couple of times and I haven't seen any, but this is My Sun and Stars. This one's My Sun and Stars, and this is very, very similar to the Orgasm or the Coralista one from, is it Coralista? The Benefit one. It's very, very pigmented though, very pigmented, and it's a bit of a sheen to it, it's not matte. Then this one here is in So Retrograde, and this is a shiny, shimmery orange. And if you had a deeper skin tone, oh my god, it would be so beautiful. Anything deeper than me, but like, it's just so pigmented I can use it, but I just have to go and just be so careful because I just wanted a tan. This is a stunning one. Stunning. This one here is in Lunar Has It, ooh. This is a matte brown, like bronzer shade, but I use a matte bronzer blush. You know, like a bronzery blush, and it's really pretty. It's really lovely. This was my first bronzery blush that I ever purchased. I bought this because of Kathleen Lights, and I don't regret it. I like all 3 of them, and they were kind of unique to me because I didn't own the Orgasm blush. And then I bought this Baked Bellini one because they didn't have Luminoso. I found it in a shop in Watford in a chemist, and they didn't have the Luminoso, and I'm actually pretty happy because I love this one here. It's beautiful, it has a bit of a glow to it, and I've been pairing this on top of my Pan That palette literally all of the time. I would say I use this about 50 times, and it's not even the dome is not flattening out there. This is a purchase I bought because of pretty much everyone and their mother. For bronzers, well obviously guys, you were all panning this. This is where I heard about this, when you were all panning it. I finished one of these in completion. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I saw this everywhere, like Kelly Gooch, Samantha March, but then even bigger YouTubers than that again. And then I was seeing the rest of you guys pan this, and then I was like, you can really smell that. I really wanted this. I have since bought 3 in 3 different shades. I have finished one to completion. I finished 90% of mine without trying. I was panning other bronzers and I managed to finish 90% of it without trying. That says how much I love that. You know, I haven't used this particular one a lot because the clasp is working. I'm using the lighter shade the most so far. Then I got this one, obviously. I think this one was because of Mariella. I really feel like it was. Someone else was panning this and they hit pan in it and it took a year. Anyway, this is the Fenty bronzer, the powder one in the Sunstalker one. This is fab. This is a matte bronzer though. And I'm just, you know what I really like? The Nabla one. This is not something I bought because of a pile of other people. This is just the Nabla one in Ambra. It is not glowy and it's not matte. It's just like natural sheen to it. I love that. Anyway, I bought this because of everyone else. And then I was going to mention this Too Faced one, but I think this time has passed. But I obviously bought that because of other people, because I wouldn't have heard of it. And then I bought this because of, I think this was back. This is how long ago. Tati Westbrook, I think. So this is the Laguna bronzer. This is like a brown with gold in it, and it can be very, very dark on me. It can be kind of orange. I have to be really careful, but I really like it. I jumped on the bandwagon, I think, later than everyone else, but I'm glad that I bought it. Okay, highlighter time. This category has been the bane of my life for the last while, okay? I've been getting everything wrong. But my Colourpop Super Shocks, this is lunch money, but Flexitarian is the main one. I bought these because of other people. Pretty much everyone was panning it. I know Rebecca Morgan said I could use it as a primer, but I bought this because of everyone on YouTube, and I regret it because the Flexitarian one is way too icy. This one here is the lunch money one. It is a cream highlighter. It's very, very intense, and I do really like it. I bought the wrong shade. Then the one thing I got right from other people is the Jouer Citrine. Like, I think Kelly Gooch was panning this, I think. Like, why do I don't even, this one is intense enough. This is not an icy shade, and this is beautiful. I really like that. Look at that. Stunning. I really like it. I think this is going to be my safe option if I ever want to go somewhere and not be concerned. I bought this, and I think Mariella, or was it Paulina? I think it was Mariella or Paulina or both. This one is the Pixie Subtle Sunrise Gloss Glowy Gossamer Duo. I love this. I love this so much. This is so beautiful. Look at that. Look. Oh. Ooh. This is, some people say drugstore. This is not cheap. This is expensive. Look at that. Ooh, stunning. God, I love it. That was a good purchase. I'm so happy with that one. That, I'm still drawn to it. This is like a gelée one, so there's not any kick up to it. It's going to be on a clay plate because I have seen people pan it. Once I get there, I bought this because of Steph. Again, it's just Steph. This is the, because she is panning, or was panning anyway, the RMS quad, and I think Kyla was too. This is the Magic Luminizer. I bought a single, and it's just really expensive. I actually really like the color. It's just very expensive. It's nothing groundbreaking, and it's kind of a sticky formula. It's been very hard to use, actually. I didn't find it easy at all. Now I'm going to try it a few different ways, and I'm really enjoying the color, but just that's another one I bought because of YouTube, and I'm like, I don't know if I'll buy that again. I don't think so, if I ever finish it. Then this brand will say, oh, for highlighters. I have Star Island and Pillow Talk, and they're so icy. I regret it so much. But look, everyone is a collaborator with Ofra. And so it's just in your face all the feckin' time, you know? And I'm like, everyone is saying that this is feckin' fantastic. I need to know. Well, no, I didn't really need to know. It really accentuates the texture on my personal skin, you know? But anyway, this is the Mini Rodeo Drive. And I like this. I like this one a lot. It's very intense. It is a bit deeper, but I wear a lot of like bronzer, so it seemed to be okay. Are these the same? They look very similar. The base pigment isn't too much that I can still wear it. I really like this one. The other two I don't like at all because they're so icy. The formula is intense, but I think because of that it really accentuates the texture on my skin. I wouldn't be against using another one of these if I had a different shade. But again, I did prefer Becca's formula there because it wasn't as intense and it didn't accentuate the texture on my skin. I bought this because of, I think it was Rebecca Morgan. I think it's Rebecca, yeah, because she was in her cruelty free. Did she start panning this in her, what was the name of that project pan where you were using all your non-cruelty free items? Like 100% going cruelty free or whatever it was. And remember then she put this in, I think that's what it was. Anyway, this is Precious Petals. I think, I really could be messing up this timeline here, but like, anyway, YouTube is why I purchased this. This is from Wet n Wild. This is affordable and I really like the color of this, and this is perfect on my skin. I have no texture issues and I'm happy with it, and it's like a goldy color, like a goldy pink. Beautiful. It's like Precious Petals. It's so beautiful. It's a bit dark, but I like it. Obviously, I'm not sure should I put in the balm here because it was so long ago, but the balm is what I bought. This Mary Lou I bought because of everyone else, and I don't even know, like it was back when I was watching bigger YouTubers and everyone was using this. Like it was like, oh my god, you need this, and so I went and bought it like 16 million years after it was popular. But I bought this because of everyone else. I actually really like it. It's actually a unique enough shade, even though on my finger it's not. But I was using this the other day on my face and I was like, what really, what is that, yellow? Like what color is this? I don't know on my face, but I actually really like it. But having talked to a pile of you guys, I would be terrified to pan this to completion because it would take 7.5 years to finish by the sounds of it. These are my most recent purchases, and oh god, well obviously Angie or Angelica Nyqvist is using these, but then like, I mean everyone has these, and I was looking at loads of people unbox these Kaleidos highlighters, and like, I mean everyone, like you name a YouTuber and they have it, you know. So I'm seeing these cool weird tin boxes, actually particularly in Shop My Stashes and Declutters, and I'm seeing these cool tin boxes and I'm like, I want you, but I really just got the wrong shades. They're too icy. I need to try, so I have Ray Rider, I have Star Surfer, and I have the Space Age Prophecy one, which is a multi-chrome. These all weigh differently. It doesn't say it on the packaging, but when I was putting it in my inventory, this one weighs different than the other two. So the Ray Rider one is kind of this orange shade, which is such a cool tin, and it's grand on my face, but I didn't look at it and go, ooh, look at me. I didn't feel like, oh my god, I'm so dizzy. I didn't feel like that at all. I was like, okay, let's just not go anywhere where anyone can see, because I didn't feel very confident in it. If I wanted something nice, I'd opt for something else. This Star Surfer one, this is like this pink shade as well, and it's just icy, you know? Like, why? Like, it's a nicer formula than the Ophir one in terms of my texture, but the color doesn't make me feel very confident. This Space Age Multichrome Prophecy one, this was something I was like risking anyway, because it's like a multichrome. Okay, multichrome. It looks so feckin' cool. It looks so cool. Look at my finger. Can you see that from all the way over there? Let me just... Okay, I don't know what you can see from over here, but when I look in the mirror here, I see peach. When I look head on, I see green. From here, I see green. I don't know what you can see. Now, green, yellow, like, I know it's multichrome, okay? It's so stunning, but for some freaking reason, when I put this on my face, it is a huge green stripe. I'm getting none of the multichrome peaches, especially when you're like sideways on, like here, all you see is a green stripe. And I'm like, that's cool. That's not flattering at all. Like, oh, okay, you're not expecting something hugely flattering when it's multichrome, you know? But at the same time, like a big green stripe was not what I was looking for. Well, I'm going to keep trying it because it's just so cool. Actually, you know, I'm going to try it on my eye as well, because it is hugely pigmented. Don't try it on my eye. Thank you. What a great idea. But I bought this because of every single YouTuber under the sun has it, and I wanted it. Otherwise, how would any of us heard about Kaleidos, in fairness? I wouldn't have anyway. No, really, how would you have heard? How would you have heard of it? I bought this because of YouTube as well, but like, I can't be picking everything. Oh God, guys, all of my collection is because of YouTube. Well, do you remember these? These were totally because of YouTube as well. Like, I really don't know what I've decided to do this video for, because, well, my whole collection is because of YouTube. I bought this for obvious reasons. This is the It's Freaking Facts one, and I'm really happy about this. I bought this one, obviously. You know, this is so stunning. Look at it, look. It's just so beautiful. I got this because of Butte Bean, and the wind is just after blowing over my thing. I bought this because of Butte Bean. I don't regret it. It took ages to get here. I don't mind. It's absolutely stunning. Such a nice eyeshadow palette. I saw Nikki Tutorials do this palette, right? I bought this because of Nikki Tutorials. That is why I bought this. And it's 30 euros, and it was on Beauty Bay, which is accessible, and it wasn't hugely expensive in terms of, you know, buying an expensive palette. It's just I'm having hit and miss luck with the formula, so it's not that I regret it entirely, because there are some beautiful shades in here. I don't think the shimmers are all everyone's saying it is, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nope. I don't think it's as good as what people are saying. But I as you know, I'm the opposite to everyone and their mother. Well, guys, I bought this because of YouTube. And this is the best purchase ever for me, like the most exciting thing I've used in a long time. This is the Be Perfect Carnival 3 Love Tahiti, and I think it was actually Missa, makeup by Missa, and Soph Does Nails. I think that's where I saw it first. This is feckin' gorgeous. And I know it's a colourful palette, but this is honestly just gorgeous, because there are just so many looks. So many looks. I did like a neutral look there down the middle the other day. These colours, look at the only thing about this row down here, this brown row, it's not very brown in your eye, it's actually quite orange, which is weird. But anyway, this is absolutely stunning. I'm so happy I bought that because of YouTube. I really, maybe I should narrow this down by brand, because I'll be here for all day. All Colourpop palettes I bought because of YouTube, particularly, who started me on Colourpop? I would say the person who started me on Colourpop was Kathleen Lights, and then Andrea Mettiano. So that's where that started for me, and that's my baby. I love these. These are, a lot of people don't like the formula lately of Colourpop's eyeshadows. I actually really do. Oh my god, I thought all of my palettes I bought because of YouTube. These singles here I bought because of Laura Beauty Force. I bought these circular pans from Dandelion Cosmetics because of Laura, and I really like these. Dandelion Cosmetics is an indie brand, and your man Daniel is a joy to talk to, so I'm really happy with these so far as well. I'm actually really liking them. But Laura is certainly the person who got me onto that. That's the only purchase I have from them. I bought this pastel Give Me Blow palette because of Alex. I didn't actually know about this until I saw it on Alex's stories on Instagram, but I watch Alex on YouTube, so that's why I've said YouTube. I love this palette. This is fucking beautiful. Unbelievable. Did I buy this because of Rebecca Morgan? Is that who got me onto this? This is the Melt Smoke Sessions. You know, initially I hated this palette. I was so disappointed because I actually was, it's not that it was bad, it was that it was so crap that I couldn't get it to work at all. But then I was told by a load of you to use a sponge tip applicator and a glitter glue, and problem solved, entirely fixed it. Absolutely stunning. This shade is pigmented on for me for some reason, I don't know why. This packaging is really heavy, it's really cool. I have not purchased anything else from Melt in terms of eyeshadow. I haven't been drawn to anything else, so I'm not going to waste my money on it because it is extremely expensive. But I bought that because of YouTube for sure, absolutely for sure. I bought this because of Angelica. This is the Club Nebula from Kaleidos. So that's that there, absolutely stunning. I haven't used this yet because I only got it. I literally only got it. So the Natasha Denona brand in general, I would have never have committed to something so expensive. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely not. This is the gold palette, and this is just me, you know. If I had to buy something, if I hadn't bought this, the bronze palette, but I have a palette very similar to that. So this is so stunning. I love this. The formula is great. The mattes are very uniquely good, in my opinion. Shimmers are grand, but the mattes are where it's at there. I really like this. Would I spend that much money on it again? Yes, actually I would. I like it. I like it a lot. And then Lethal Cosmetics. I heard of them through, so Lethal Cosmetics, I bought these singles because of Lauren May Beauty and Amy Loves Makeup. They did a swatch videos. I think it was Lauren May Beauty's single eyeshadow week. Was that what it was? I don't know, but my god, I got these and I got a few extra that they just don't fit in here. So they're in here, there's like 3 of them in here. Absolutely bloody stunning. My favorite shade in here is this Periwinkle. This reminds me of a shade that Christina Chang would like. It's in the shade Altrium, I think is what it's called. My god, I can't remember. But I really like these. These are really good. I'm happy I bought them. They're German. They're German. They're European. How cool. My god, they're not German now that I said that, aren't they? But they're absolutely European, so they are. European. I think that that's everything, guys. Like, I really should have thought this through a little bit more, shouldn't I have? Because I didn't think of this. Has most of your collection been because of YouTube, or are there any products that you thought of yourself without zero exposure to it prior? Like, have you ever just saw something and went, yes, I want to buy that, and not see it or hear from it anywhere else? Because I think that would have been more unique of a video for me to film. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you the next time. Take care. Bye.